Hey everyone, I'm Dave.
And I'm Phil.
And welcome back to the Tax Show for People Who Owe. Today we're talking about a topic that is hitting a lot of our taxpayers right now, specifically those that owe. And the topic is math error notices. There's a couple of notices that are going out to millions of taxpayers out there regarding a mistake potentially on their return. Phil, tell us what this math error notice is.
So math error notice is usually corrections that the IRS will make when reviewing and processing your returns. So it could be as simple as you misread the 7 for a 9 on your withholdings, and they make the adjustment for you without having to go through the typical process of issuing a notice of deficiency, giving you your appeal rights and things like that.
Now tell me, is it going to tell me where I made the mistake or what specifically the discrepancy is?
In broad strokes, yes. It will let you know what was adjusted. It will let you know the amount that was adjusted. Unfortunately, with these notices, they'll give you a laundry list of potential reasons of where you went wrong.
Okay, so why is it so prevalent this year? I mean, we're getting millions and millions, and a lot of our clients are being impacted.
Yeah, to be exact, I believe up through May, there was 5 million math error notices.
Oh, wow.
And this year, what was special was, as you know, the EIP payments that all the taxpayers got in 2020, IRS has to reconcile that to make sure that you got the money you're supposed to get. And if you're short money, the IRS will issue the refund through the tax return.
Okay, so that refund, if you remember the past episode, it's called what?
The recovery rebate credit.
And if there's a discrepancy on the amount that you report on your tax return about how much you received, then the IRS will flag and probably send out one of these notices. So Phil, what can we do to try to avoid this notice, and what did we do here at Optima to try to help?
So being proactive, and starting January, we started asking on our tax organizers for the tax year 2020, how much did you receive in EIP payments in the year 2020?
So, and if I mistake and say, well, Phil, I actually didn't receive that much, can you maybe give me some more? Am I gonna get caught?
Yes, and this is why, and oftentimes though, typically, David, people don't really recall, right? You would think they would remember, but they confuse how much they got in 2020 versus 2021, EIP 1, 2, 3, right? So it's hard to keep track of, especially since those letters were probably lost in the shuffle, right? I have a stack of IRS notices at home, and it's one of the 3, and I probably didn't open it, or maybe they're still waiting to be opened.
Understand. So I probably remember what I spent the money on, hopefully. And also it's confusing because the IRS typically sends a refund, right? And which one was EIP, which one was refund? I can see why a lot of taxpayers are confused. Over 5 million as up to May of these letters have been sent out. Is that about right?
That's exactly right.
And I'm sure there's a lot more coming. What's happening with IRS processing times with these tax returns, being that they have a very complex job to go in and track things they never tracked before?
Right. So to comparatively understand how much greater of a volume this has been this past year, 4 out of those 5 million notices were concerning the recovery rebate credit. So this is going to definitely slow down the processing of tax returns, as probably everyone has felt here. Where's my refund? Where's my, why haven't I gotten, my refund from 2019? We really feel it every day here. Yeah,
it's really slowed things down for the IRS. Gosh, I feel for them, of all the stuff that's thrown at them from Congress and all of us who are asking for these EIP payments and demanding them and their refunds even. So if I do receive one of these math error notices and I had my tax return prepared by a professional, should I run to them and say you messed up?
Well, you should run to them, but not to say you messed up. As you know, David, we can always take so many precautions, but a tax return is only as good as the information provided.
Good point.
And sometimes you're blind to the information. Even the taxpayer may not really understand or recall how much they got in EIP payments for 2020.
Okay, so Phil, any warnings we can give taxpayers who owe, any guidance that you suggest?
Especially when you get this math error notice, please open it. Because time is of the essence. For this particular notice, you have 60 days to respond to make any corrections. Otherwise, you don't get a chance to take it to tax court. You have very limited appeal rights. You would have to go through the process of paying it off and claiming a refund, which obviously we don't want our taxpayers doing if they can avoid that.
Yeah, so if you do receive one of these notices, please download our tax app where you can look at the notice. It'll help you understand what that notice is, and more importantly, cover any deadlines that you may be facing. Phil, any last parting words of advice?
As usual, please do something.
Do something. I close the show today, everyone. Thank you again for joining us. We'll see you next time. Hey everyone, thank you for joining us. Be sure to like
and subscribe
to all of our YouTube videos. And if you need more information on Optima Tax Relief, please go to our website, optimataxrelief.com.